You've been trading that particular prop firm account for months, even years, and you've not been able to pass that particular account. Don't worry, because in today's video, I'm going to break it down. I've been able to pass prop accounts within one day. Some can take few days, 1 week, and there are some that can also take months. And there are some that I will still lose. But at the end of the day, it's all about getting it right and getting that payout you are longing for. So make sure you watch this particular video to the very end, because I'm going to give you guys my method, the method I use to pass my prop accounts and request for payout. You are not just a trader to be blowing up accounts here and there. It's time for you to pick up an account, pass it, and get that payout you are looking for. So guys, the prop firm I will recommend, the one I trust, is Funded Nest. I've been trading with them, so I've been able to get my payout, because I would not recommend any prop firm that has not paid me before. So for Funded Nest, I've been able to request my payout and they pay within 24 hours. That is actually one of the reasons why I like them. So looking at their website, I just want to quickly explain the different account types and the one that is very easy for me to pass. And it's not left for you to just pay attention and choose the one you also want for yourself. So if you check here, they have up to 4 account types. So this Stellar 2-step challenge is here. Then we have the Stellar 1-step, we have the Stellar Lite, and the Stellar Instant. So we're going to start from the Stellar 2-step. So just as the name implies, for this particular account type, you are meant to pass 2 phases for you to get funded. So it now depends on the one you can afford. You can pick that of 6K, 15K, 25K, 50K, 100K, and 200K. So you can decide the one to go for. So you can see the fee here. With $59, you can be able to purchase that of $6,000 account. Then with $119, you can be able to purchase that of 15K. So you can check here, you will see all the prices all the way to 200K, where you can use $1,099 to purchase. So in here, these are the rules you need to follow. So one thing about prop firm account is that you don't approach it the way you trade your personal account, because your personal account, you get to give yourself your own rules, and that is different when it comes to prop firm, because for prop firm you need to work according to the rules provided by the prop firm. So for the 2-step challenge, that's the Stellar 2-step, if you're able to pass the 2 phases during your first payout, you'll be able to get 15% profit share from the challenge phase. So the 2 phases, you can see the first phase, you're meant to get 8% of any capital you're trading. So let's use 6K for instance. If you decide to buy the 6K account, you're meant to get 8% of $6,000 in your first phase, and then for your second phase, you're meant to get 5% of $6,000. So if you're able to pass phase 1 and phase 2, you will be funded. You will be given a live account where any profit you trade, once it's time for your payout, you can see here profit split, you'll be able to get up to 95% of your payout. Then 5% will go to Funded Nest. So for the 2-step, this is actually the main thing you need to pay attention to. You need to pass 2 phases, 8% for the first phase, 5% for the second phase. And now, this is why most traders fail. You know, when it comes to the maximum overall loss and the maximum daily loss. So for most traders that, find it difficult to pass their prop account, they are always, hovering around these 2. It's either they hit the maximum overall loss or the maximum daily loss. It's mostly the maximum daily loss. So what this means is that if you are trading this particular account, if your account is running in a drawdown, it should not get to 5% of that account. So let's say you are trading with your $6,000 account and you have a floating loss. Don't allow that particular loss to get to 5%. And also in a day, even if you are closing, you are hitting SL back to back, don't hit SL and lose up to 5% of that account, that is your $6,000 account, within a day, or else you will lose the account and then the account will be taken away from you. But then let's say you've been taking trades back to back and you're not making profit, you are just hitting loss back to back. If you lose up to 10% of the account also, the account will be gone. You will just need to start all over again by purchasing a new account. So have it in mind for the Stellar two-step, if you are able to pass the account, the two phases, and then get your first payout will be coming with the refund of the money you used to purchase the account. So you can see here, refundable fee. The $59 you used to buy the $6,000 account will be refunded to you. The $119 you used to buy the 15K, all the fee you used to buy the different accounts will be refunded to you if you're able to pass and also get your first payout. So I think that is it. So for you to be able to pass, you need to at least trade, for minimum trading days of 5 days. So that's just it for the rules if you want to trade the Stellar two-step. So now let's head over to Stellar one-step. So for the Stellar one-step, just pay attention. It's almost the same with two-step, but there are just few differences here and there. So if you're able to pass the challenge, during your first payout, you also get 15% profit share. That is from the challenge phase. And now, just as the name implies, Stellar one-step. So here you just need to pass one phase. That is by getting 10% of that account. So if you are picking 6K, you need to get 10% of $6,000 account. If you are picking 15K, you need to get 10% to be able to pass. So once you pass that, you'll be given a funded account, a live account for you to start trading, and any profit you make, you'll be able to get 95% of that profit, credited to you within 24 hours, and then you will keep 5% with funded nest. And then, so these are the rules. When we were looking at the Stellar two-step, you can remember that the maximum overall loss was 10%, but for the one step, that is the Stellar one-step, the maximum overall loss is 6%. So whatever you are doing, don't lose 6% of the account, or else the account is gone, whether when you are funded or when you are still handling the challenge. If you hit 6% loss on the account, you will lose the account. And then when you are trading daily, don't allow your account to run into a loss of 3%, no matter the capital you're trading. So that is just it. And then minimum trading days to pass this particular account for this one is just 2 days. 2 days to pass the Stellar one-step, just 2 days. So in a situation where you get to pass the account just in a day, you just need to wait for the next day to come. Then you can just place a trade of, let's say, 0.01 and be able to pass the account in full. And your first withdrawal, you can request your first withdrawal within 5 days. For the Stellar two-step, when will you request? Okay, your first withdrawal is within 21 days, while that of the one-step is within 5 days. Pay attention to that. So that is it for the Stellar one-step. And then we also have the Stellar Lite. Okay, so for the Stellar Lite, you can see here we have $5,000 account. Just as the name implies, I think with Stellar Lite, it's kind of cheap, but also pay attention to the rules to know if it's favorable to you and if you can be able to handle it. So here you're also meant to get 8% during the phase 1 and then 4% during phase 2. So here you are meant to pass 2 phases also. And then you can also see that the maximum overall loss here is 8% and then the daily loss is 4%. News trading is allowed. Profit splits 95%. So minimum trading days for this one is 5 days. Then your first withdrawal, you can request that within 21 days. And obviously, if you pass your account, you also be refunded the fee you used to purchase the account. So, FundedNest also launched the Stellar Instant. You can see it is boldly written here, new. So this one was just launched. So all the phases and the different challenges you need to pass, it's not applicable here because this one you just need to get the account and start trading live immediately. There is no challenge to pass, there is no target, just start trading live. If you make your profit, you can see the profit split, you'll be able to get 80%. But then there are still some rules you need to also pay attention to. So you can see we have from 5k to 20k at the moment. So with just $195, you can be able to get the $5,000 account, and $399 you can be able to get 10,000, $780 you can be able to get $20,000 account. So you can see here the max loss limit is 6%. So whatever you are doing, whether you are trading within the day or generally, let's say you are having losing streak and you are losing back to back, if you lose back to back and lose up to 6% of the account is gone. And have it in mind that this one does not have refundable fee. So once you purchase, all you just need to do is trade smart, make money, and then request for your payout. So you can see here daily loss limits, there is nothing like that. But at the end of the day, your daily loss limits when you are trading during the day, it should not get to this 6% because that is generally the loss limit. So if it gets to 6%, the account is gone. And you can also see this, the max loss limit type is trailing. So what this means is that since the loss limit is 6%, if you trade your account and it's moving in profit, so let's assume that you were able to purchase $5,000 account. If you purchase this $5,000 account and you trade your $5,000 account into the profit of, let's say, $6,000, that's additional $1,000 on the account. So have it in mind that for you to get the max loss limit, it will now be $6,000 minus 6% of that account. So that is just how it will be moving. As you are growing in profit, that is how FundedNest will be trailing the max loss limit. But just pay attention, even if you should grow the account to $10,000, don't lose up to 6% of that $10,000, or else you will still do what? Lose it. So here you can see that we have payout on demand. So once you have made good profit and you want to request for payout, you can request for payout on demand. There's no consistency rule and the rest. So that is it for the account. So at the end of the day, you just need to pick the one that suits your trading style, the one you know that you are okay with, and get started. So for this one, Stellar Instant, like I said, that you don't have any challenge to pass. Just pick an account and get funded. Or for the Stellar 2-step, Stellar 1-step, and Stellar Lite, that is what I'll be explaining today, how you can be able to pass them and request for payout. So these are just simple rules you need to follow to pass your prop account. So I've just been able to list out 6 of them. Now pay attention. Number 1 is risk at least 1 to 2% of your account. No experiment. A+ setups. Don't get too attached. one good setup is better than many, and don't rush. So as I've listed them, you can see, very easy to read, but at the end of the day, if you don't practice this, you will keep going through a lot in the market. So when it comes to the risk, remember the prop account, the prop firm, they've given you their different rules. It's now left for you to also pick out your own rules from what was given to you. So if you've decided to trade that of 2-step challenge, you can decide to risk 2% of your account on any trade you are taking, just 2% of your account. And then if you've decided to take that of 1 step, you can decide to risk 1% of your account, which is why I have risk at least 1 to 2% of your account here. So any account size you're trading, just risk at least 1 to 2% of your account. Now, for no experiment, this simply means that when you are trading a prop account, it is a challenge. You treat that account as a challenge. So that simply means you need to work mainly with your A+ setup. So the number 2 and number 3 will go hand in hand. Don't take trades out of, impulse. You need to patiently wait for that your setup to appear, that setup that you trust, that you know that if you see it on the chart, it's likely to play out, although nothing is certain when trading. But then that your A+ setup, you need to calm down, wait for it to appear before you decide to place your trade. So don't use your account for experiment, trying to, place any move you see on the chart, or else you will lose it and you'll still use your money and do what? Buy another one. So the next one you also need to pay attention to is don't get too attached. I know we are all human beings and we are not ready to fail, but at the end of the day, that is trading. It is a 50-50 stuff. Nothing is certain, nothing is guaranteed, no matter how beautiful your setup looks. So if you buy the account, having in mind that if you are going to pass the account, you will pass the account following your simple rules. Or if you're going to lose the account, you will still lose the account and nothing will happen. Having in mind that I've also stated that for me, I've been able to pass a lot of accounts and I've also been able to fail some. So don't, get discouraged when you fail. At the end of the day, you just need to understand that it's the reality of trading. So when you fail, you pick yourself up and go and buy another one and start trading. So that's just it. Don't get too attached, because if you get too attached, you'll be taking trades out of impulse. You'll be taking trades with fear, be cutting trades that, will be ready to give you money. You'll be cutting them, allowing, fear to control your decisions and the rest, which will not yield good result. And now we also have one good setup is better than many. So for me, like I stated, you just need to sit down, set that your trap, and wait for market to get to you. And then when the market gets to you, utilize that particular setup, especially when you know that the market is ready to give you money. And I know you see me speak this language, you will be asking, how do I get to know when the market is ready to, give me money? That's why you need to stay glued to this particular channel, and you can also get access to my different classes where you can see how I trade, how I'm able to manage my trade and emotions and everything to pack out good funds. Although I will also show you guys a clip, of where I was able to pass a 50K account with just one setup, so that you'll see the practical aspect of what I am saying here. And then don't rush. I know I've stated that I've been able to pass prop accounts within 1 day. I can just buy it, fund, get good setup, pass it. I can still, buy, get a setup and hit SL back to back and still lose it. That is trading generally. But then I've been able to pass within 1 day countless times, and there are some that will also take days, months, and so on. So that I've been able to pass within one day should not give you the pressure to go and force yourself to pass within one day. It's possible for you to pass within one day, but if you notice that it's not possible for you, then take it one step at a time. Don't rush. Back then, a few years back when we were trading prop firm, they normally give us, time limits. They'll give you 30 days to pass it. So then there was a lot of pressure, but now it's no longer there. With Funded Nest, you can trade, even if you want to trade the account for 1 year, they will not take the account, unless they can only take the account if you violate the rules. So you have enough time. Don't rush. So guys, everything I've explained here, I was able to take a trade, to pass a 50K account, and I documented it. So just watch the clip. This is something I've done countless times, but this time around I just want to record it so that you will see that I don't just come here to speak English. I'm here to show you the process. Now I just got this particular funded account, so it's just a 50K account, and I just have one trade running, and if this trade should hit TP, will pass this account. So this is a video to show you processes on how to pass your funded account. That's a prop firm account. Because if you've been trading prop firm accounts for years and you're finding it difficult to pass it, this video will show you how to do it now. That's why I keep saying take note of your method. Like I stated, I've done this countless times. I've been able to pass my prop firm account within 1 day, 2 days. There are some that will still take longer than that depending on the market condition. So I'm doing this now with a new account. So you can see this is a 50K account. A trade is currently running. Funny enough, I should have passed this particular account, because if you check the trade history, you can see there is a closed trade there that is gold on, let me even record it so that it will be clean. So you can see that there is a closed trade here on XAUSD. So I was actually catching this buy. If he had touched this TP, I would have passed this account since, but then this retracement here stopped me out on break even, which is this history you are seeing here. But then due to the fact that I understand my strategy and I know that the market still has, potential of pushing up, when it retraced, stopped me out on break even, I entered again, which is what is running here. So I entered again with 1.5, and we're almost there. I just need $5,000 to pass this account. I'm trading with Funded Nest. That is it, Funded Nest. The link is in the description. So once we smash TP, I'll pass this account, and I'll tell you guys step-by-step guide on how I take my entries and how I plan it out. So let's just keep watching and see. Currently we are up 53,000. That's more like 3% up or so. Let's see. I just need $5,000, so I just need like 2,000 more. And if this trade should just hit TP, we'll pass the account. All right. I'm still watching. So gold is still dancing around. This was still the same point it retraced from, but I believe it should push. The trade is still looking nice, so fingers crossed. We're still up 3K. So the tip is there. Once it hits, we'll go into the next thing. Gold, you can do this. What's this? Move. So guys, it's 54K, 1K more to go. I literally want to go out. It's actually the setup that is holding me here. I want to leave here, but I just want to record it before I leave. So this is just how you keep it simple. Once you get the strategy, you know your setup. If I say trading has been made easy now, it's just remove the fear. Most of you would have closed. I know you will close. You must have closed this particular move if you're the one holding it. But now, if it's a challenge, you treat it as a challenge. Let's say this is a funded account now. Let's say you're funded and this profit, you can easily, request for payout. Then if you close, it's a reasonable profit. This is almost $4,000 running. This 3-4. You get the point? But now it's a challenge. You treat it as a challenge. You don't need to get too attached. You already know that the trade will pass it once it hits TP. You treat it as a challenge. If you cut it now, you will start looking for another trade that will, pass it too, when you had the opportunity of passing it. So when it's a challenge, you treat it as a challenge. Just look for that, your A+ setup, and then take your entries strategically. We are still waiting. Let's see how it goes. Shay, if I pass the account, I should give it to you, Abby. Guys, I'm talking to my PA. She's behind the camera. Maybe I'll give it to you. you will continue. Don't blow the account. Oh. You know, you can still pass during your funded phase. Like when you are now funded, you're trading like that, you still lose it. So you just need to apply the discipline. Funny enough, it has happened to me before. I've been able to pass. Back then, I've been able to pass 100K. I was so excited. But at the end of the day, that 100K, I did not ever see payout from it. I still lost it. Like I applied clean discipline when I was trying to pass it. But then when I got funded, I was just trading anyhow. Back-to-back loss. I don't even see blue. Back-to-back losses, and the account just went into vanishing. That's trading. Let's go and check the price. Let's see. It will not go, it will not drop. I'm tired of this moment. So guys, why am I holding? It's just because the market is bullish and the momentum, this is not a bearish confirmation. So it's likely to reject and we'll get the last point. Honestly, I'm tired. So guys, this is like how many hours? Market is still dancing around there. I don't know what the plan is. Well, oh, we just have $300 more to go. I be $200. $200 more to go so that we'll pass the account. We are still on the right track. It may not even hit full TP before we pass the account. Now I need to watch it on a closer range because how gold kept on dancing around there. Once it gets to 5K, I'll close it. Maybe we should start the countdown. 1, 2. Because now we are $100 more to go. The TP is not far-fetched. We are getting there. Just less than $100 more. Abby? Yeah. This has just reminded me of there was a time I was trying to pass my 10K account back then as a beginner. Do you know $10 made me lose it was just running $10 for me to pass the account. But then in the process of trying to get that $10, I lost everything. It is not over until it is over. Guys, guess what? 5K. Should I close it? I'm not doing guy. Let's close it. We've smashed 5K. Let's close it. 5K. Account well passed. Okay. Account passed, guys. Account passed. It didn't even get to full TP. Account passed. So that's just it. Look at the trade history. You can see we just funded it today and straight to the point.